شكرا دكتورة بسمة، وشكرا لأنه حضرتك أشرتي لنقطة مهمة جدا، وهي النصيحة من غير المتخصصين اللي أحيانا بتبقى بتضر. بشوف كتير جدا من المتعافين من الإدمانات بمختلف أنواعها وهم عندهم لغة خاصة في الحديث عن التعافي والحديث عن أيام ما بعد التعافي، وزي بيتكلموا يقول أنا متعافي بقالي يوم 2 سنة، بس بيحسبوها دائما بالأيام، لأنه لكل تخصص ثقافته الخاصة. وبالتحديد أنا كمان بكرر شكري لحضرتك إذا لم نتعلم، إذا لم يكن هناك أو لم تكن هناك إتاحة لمتخصصين أكتر، هيبقى الوعي مش بس فرصة لكنه هيبقى تحدي، لأنه أنا عندي وعي إن أنا محتاج مساعدة، لكن يمكن ما كنش عندي طرق كتيرة إني أوصل للمتخصصين اللي ممكن يساعدوني. الكلمة الآن لدكتور خالد سعيد، المستشار الإقليمي لبرنامج الصحة النفسية وإدمان المواد بمنظمة الصحة العالمية.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everybody, and excellencies. Thank you very much for inviting me here. I've been in Egypt for more than 15 years, but unfortunately I still don't speak Arabic, although I can read and I can generally understand when it is written. So, that's my fault, partly because of the nature of the job, that I'm not here most of the time, moving around the different countries. But like you mentioned earlier on, I think that's where I would like to start, that we need to understand what is health. Health is about well-being, and we are talking about the 3 pillars: the physical, social, and psychological or mental well-being. We are not talking about illnesses. Illness is like you see the pyramid at my back. I mean, the first thing which comes to your mind when you think of Egypt is pyramids. So pyramid has a tip. That is what illness is, the tip. But the base is what His Excellency was mentioning, the determinants of health and determinants of mental health. So the determinants of mental health are what? I mean, whatever is around you are determinants of mental health. The way where we are born, the way we are raised, the education we get, the community we are living in, the economic, the political, the social situations which we are going through, and as we age, different influences tend to affect us. And given the fact that we are living in an area where almost every country around this region is experiencing an emergency, it is understandable that the rates of mental health problems would go up, and they are going up. But the point is that we cannot just focus on those number of disorders, which might be 1 in 5, but still majority of the population needs mental health, not mental health treatment, right? And that is where the role of everybody around here comes into play. The civil society, which we have been talking about. We have been talking about people who have lived experience and their family members. We have been talking about media. They have a role. So the point simply here is that mental health is everybody's concern. It is not concern of psychiatrists or psychologists or health professionals. So every one of us has a role to play. And it's also important to remember that without mental health, you would not have anything. I mean, just think, what is mental health? It is what I think, what I feel, what I express, how I behave with people and interact with people. That is what mental health is. So mental health has a bi-directional relationship, not only with physical and social health, but also, more importantly, with development. If the population's health is not mentally healthy, how would they contribute? How would they learn? How would they do their jobs? How would they complete their responsibilities as individuals and as members of community. So whatever you are seeing around you has a bearing on mental health, and as human beings, we have a bearing on what is happening around us. So that's why when we think of the pyramids, we need to start thinking of how can we invert the pyramid. You see, you are seeing a pyramid at the back as it is, and you are seeing an inverted pyramid here with the lights. By inverting it, I mean that we need to spend less time and less resources on the tip, that is the disorders. And we need to spend more time at the base and more resources at the base so that we can change the paradigm from illness to health. And that is where everybody's roles come in. I mean, I'm seeing, and it's good to have religious scholars here from different denominations. Media are here, mothers are here, fathers, sisters, everybody's around here. And everybody in their individual and professional capacity should play a role. And I hope that as we go forward, we would keep this in mind and try to bring these alliances together. And as WHO will be very happy, not only to facilitate that, but to work with all of you going forward to promote this agenda of mental health and well-being. So thank you very much once again, Excellencies.